Deadpool and Wolverine is kind of like that friend that you have that has an unusual trait or a easy something that characterizes them. You know, like they're really short or something like that, and you always take the mick out of them for it. Anyway, after like years of teasing them about that, they sort of lean into it, you know, and they just think, to hell with it, I can make a joke out of this too. And they end up like setting up jokes for you and often beating you to the punchline itself. And it's just laughs all around, right? And that's exactly what Deadpool and Wolverine is to me. It's aware of what it is. It knows Disney Marvel isn't maybe in its prime anymore. And it just has fun with it. It's so refreshing to have something that's really lighthearted when it makes sense to be, rather than flitting between conflicting tones. This film totally understands the space it's meant to fill. So often, other Marvel films are cracking wise at like a mediocre level, but trying to insist that us, the viewers, care about this world and the events that are happening, even though all the characters in it just are having a jolly. Why would we care? Deadpool and Wolverine sets the tone from the off, and rarely loses sight of it, combining brutal combat with genuinely funny, rude jokes well above the usual Marvel standard. And it seems like the sales figures back up this sentiment too, as well as reviews, with viewers giving an average of 4.4 out of 5 stars at the time of recording, 95% of Google users saying that they liked the film, and it's sitting at about 78% and 8 out of 10 respectively. It's not bad. The cast have had a great vibe going on too, with Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds playing their parts especially well, as expected of course, and, as they say in the film, giving the audience what they want. Fun-loving character dynamics, violent action, jokes, and silliness aside, the story is perhaps one of its weaker sides. Basically, Deadpool's world is going to be destroyed because his timeline's anchor has died. In this case, his anchor is Wolverine in the film Logan. And apparently, no world can exist without its anchor, according to the TVA, who are a bunch of people that monitor multiverses. Deadpool decides to jump between different timelines to pinch a Wolverine from there and bring it back to his world to replace his dead Wolverine. A manager at the TVA, Mr. Paradox, says it won't work and intends to test his new off-the-books, I hope I get a cheeky promotion machine that's going to destroy Deadpool's world immediately. He zaps Deadpool and Wolverine to a sort of purgatory where unwanted and forgotten heroes go, so they won't cause him any bother anymore. After that, the cameos come in thick and fast, really dialing up that flavour and having fun with the different dynamics between characters who haven't had the chance to interact previously in cinema. It's a bucket load of good times, however you slice it. The pair crack some skulls, manage to get out, get betrayed by the person who helped them escape in the first place, Cassandra Nova. She followed them through the portal she made for them, and now that she's discovered this timeline killer machine thing, she wants to use it for her own nasty purposes. Our Deadpool and Wolverine obviously are going to stop her, but first they have to fight a load of other Deadpools, as well as Ryan Reynolds' wife and kids. Our boys ultimately sacrifice themselves at the end, blowing up the multiverse killing machine, which in turn melts Cassandra Nova, but against all the odds, they still manage to survive, does our Wolverine and Deadpool, due to the power of 2, baby. The power of many. The higher-ups of the TVA, hearing all this commotion, pop on by, arrest Mr. Paradox once they found out what he was intending on doing. It's simple and doesn't really do anything groundbreaking, and the cynic in me wonders, does it open up problematic questions? Like, what happens to a multiverse before an anchor is born? Does it just cease to exist until someone pops into existence? I don't really know. But minor story and setting grapes aside, it's still a fun film. One that took the idea of jolly entertainment to the absolute max, Imagine like a giant hand turned a metaphorical fun dial from 20 to 100. You know, the creators asked themselves, what cameo should feature in this one to give a bit of nostalgia bait? All of them. How long I've been waiting for this. How rude should all the jokes be? What about the violence? Hell yeah, baby. Oh, and I can't not mention the credits footage at the very end. It is nostalgia. I know when I'm being baited, but just like the cameos, this one really works. It was authentic. It was genuine. It's actual footage from behind the scenes. And it's just good. Anyway, I'd give it a score of 4 Wolverines and a Cyclops in the background. Definitely recommended for a light-hearted jest.